Hi everybody, it's Margie from Bumbles and Fairy Tales again, and I'm back to do a Beehive book news update, the Belated Birthday SNUGGIE-Kindle Edition. I got the Snuggie from my husband and kids for my birthday, along with a new Kindle HD, and I promised them when I showed off my Kindle and all my books that I got for the last 2 weeks and such that I would wear my new Snuggie too. So, yeah, we'll just be the dork that we are, the book nerds that we are, and enjoy the Snuggie. Right? We love the Snuggie more than the Kindle, right? Right? Leave that in the comments, okay? Because they want to know. So, got the new Kindle HD with a bunch of books loaded up already. As you can see there, I'm not going to go through all the books that I got already. Most of them are freebies or 99-cent ones already, so ones I had already in the cloud reader but just never read because I can't sit at the computer and read them all. So I will link them all down below. Make sure to click on the freebies and the 99-cent ones. They probably still are all available for free or 99 cents. I got a few books, physical books too, from Mac Kids Macmillan. They sent me a lovely package for review. I got about 7 books, and they're all middle grade titles. So the first one is called The 13th Sign, and this is by Kristin Tubb, and this is about a girl who accidentally discovers the 13th Zodiac sign, and when she does, it just throws everybody into chaos. Everybody's personality changes, everybody isn't the sign that they used to be, so if you used to be a Sagittarius, you're actually now a, I can't even pronounce it, it's an Ophiuchus, I think? It's called Ophiuchus the Healer, the 13th sign. So it's world altering. Everybody's personalities changes, everybody's signs changes, and now somehow, someway, she has to find a way to either try to get everybody back on track. I just love this cover. I don't know. I know it says that it's middle grade, but I'm thinking it could reach into the YA market too. You see a little closer here. I like this little voodoo doll over here and stuff like that. So that sounds really good. The next book that they sent is being released in January too, and it's called The Worm Whisperer, and this is by Betty Hicks. And they're just so cute. I know my boys are gonna love reading this. And it is about a boy who loves animals, and he spends a lot of time outdoors, and he thinks he can actually talk to them. And then he discovers a caterpillar in his yard, and he thinks that he can coax the caterpillar to win a caterpillar race, a woolly worm race, and the prize money is like $1,000, and that's the exact amount of money that is needed for the deductible for his dad's back surgery. So it sounds really cute and really sweet, and I hope to get to this one soon, just in time for the release. The third book that they sent is being released in February, and it's called Ivy in the Shadows by Woodworth. And this book is about a girl named Ivy. Her stepfather leaves, and her life is turned upside down. All she does is fight with her mother, and her mother is struggling to make ends meet. And they decide to take on some boarders into the house to get the extra money to pay for the mortgage and stuff. And the couple has a boy that's just about her age, and his name is Caleb, and they're missionaries, so they've traveled around the world, and Caleb likes to tell lots of stories and tales about what he's seen, and she thinks he's just just loaded with BS. So but then it turns out that some of the stories he's telling is quite true, and it seems like they start to develop a friendship, and we'll see how this ends. So it sounds really cute too, and the cover is really sweet, so it sounds like a really good one. And then the third book that they sent is called Marco Impossible, and that's by Hannah Moskowitz. And this is being released in March. And this one's about two best friends who are, you know, the type of best friends where they fight and, you know, they have like that brotherly kind of friendship. And it's okay to not get along and stuff like that. And they make up and then they fight again and they make up and stuff. And the main characters are Marco and Steven. They're middle school students, and they're supposed to be like some sort of prom or something at the high school, and one of them wants to break into the prom at the high school and professes love to one of the high school girls, and it just seems like a lot of fun, a lot of mischievous kind of things going on here. Mischievous. I don't know how you say it, but it just seems like a lot of boy stuff going on in here. The next book that they sent is called Hiding Out at the Pancake Palace by Nan Marino. So when Elvis comes to Ware's Grove, it's to hide from the paparazzi and flip some pancakes and perhaps reconnect with his music. But then he meets Cecilia, a girl who marches to her own rhythmless drum. Cecilia recognizes Elvis, but she doesn't care about his fame, at least not at first. Mostly she just wants his help finding a song she's been told about since birth. But the paparazzi are close to sniffing Elvis out and shoving him back into the spotlight, and it might be a teeny bit Cecilia's fault. Sounds really good. The next book that they sent is called 1 + 1 = Blue, and it's by M.J. Ouch, A-U-C-H. I've heard lots of great things. Everybody just keeps saying it's definitely a middle grade book that needs to be read. And it says here, 12-year-old Basil knows he's special. He's been associating numbers with colors all his life. His gift, or curse, as he has come to see it, has turned him into somewhat of a loner. His world begins to change, though, when he meets Tenzi, the new girl in school who also has similar freakisms. She too has some kind of medical term, and it's a neurological condition in which one type of stimulation evokes a sensation of another. At first, Basil is somewhat annoyed with Tenzi's pushiness, but after Basil's estranged mother returns, his life seems to fall apart, and Tenzi may be the only person to help him put it back together. The author actually has this gift also, so I guess we'll be learning more about what this is. I've heard about it. Can't pronounce it. I'll leave all the links below. It sounds like a really good one to get into. And the last middle grade book that they sent is called Soldier Dog, and it's by Sam Angus. And this one's due out to be released in April too. So was 1 + 1 = Blue. It's coming out in April. So this book is actually inspired by real events in World War I. An experimental division where they tried to train dogs, especially greyhound dogs, to help with the World War I effort. They used to use messenger dogs through the wars, and this kid somehow gets sent to France to go find his brother. And there's actually, this is inspired by true events. I mean, there's the book is actually told in like diary or journal format with so it shows like some journal entries and there's dates and stuff, and then I guess the author puts the story in between. It sounds really interesting. Sounds like it might be a little bit of a tearjerker too. I mean, the cover alone just you know, tugs at your heart. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one too. And then I did a book trade through the YA Book Exchange, and I received Fateful by Claudia Gray from Kristin. I'm really interested right now in like historical fic that has paranormal kind of twist to it or steampunk twist to it, and Fateful was highly recommended to me on Twitter through numerous people. So thank you, Kristin, for the trade. And then I won some books from Walden Pond Press. They're like the most nicest people over there. The first book that they sent is called Savvy, and it's by Ingrid Law. This is actually the teacher's edition. I never got a book that's a teacher's edition. So it comes with all these questions and all this extra stuff in the back that I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's about. This is about some, it doesn't even say if it's a boy or a girl, it just says the name is Mibs, M-I-B-S, and they're looking forward to turning 13, because when they turn 13 and they get their supernatural power, they're savvy. So it sounds really interesting, and the cover is really, really unique and stuff. That's actually like a school bus, and that's like all the magic coming out of it. The next book that they sent is called Guys Read, and it's the sport pages. I believe this is like the third book to the series, the Guys Read series, and it's by John, that last name. It sounds really interesting. I hadn't heard of this series until now, so I'll leave a link down below. Sounds good, and I look forward to that. And the last book that they sent is called The Girl from Felony Bay, and it's by J.E. Thompson, and this is actually going to be released in May of 2013. I'm not too familiar with what it's about yet. On the back it says, "I'm not going to lie to you. The last year has been rougher than alligator hide for me and my dad. You see, he's in the hospital in a coma since his accident a year back, wherein he was framed for a terrible crime he didn't commit. Our home had to be sold to pay off his debt to society, so I'm stuck living with my uncle, who, even in the few hours a day when he's sober, ain't exactly your ideal parental role model. And I just managed to run afoul of Jimmy, the meanest kid in the 6th grade, and on the last day of school, no less. But things just got a bit more interesting. Turns out the new family that moved in has a daughter named Bee, who is the same age as me, and she's just as curious about all the no trespassing signs and holes being dug around here. In the corner of what used to be my home, seems like someone's been poking around a mystery that dates all the way back to the Civil War, and just might be the same someone who framed my dad." So it sounds really, really mysterious, and everything takes place at Felony Bay, and there's 2 girls, and I guess they're going to be detectives to find out what is going on in her old property, and maybe she can get her dad out of jail and save his reputation. We'll see. Again, it's being released in May, so look for these reviews the next couple of months. And then I had to treat myself to these 2 last books for my birthday. And I got a finished copy of Pushing Limits by Katie McCary. No an echo, that's all I have to say. If you haven't read this book yet, I don't know why. Even if you're not a fan of contemporary, I'm pretty sure this is a book that can pull you over into liking contemporary. And yes, you know, there's some romance, but it's not that gushy, kissy kind of romance. It's that, you know, hardcore, I like you, but we gotta work really, really hard for it kind of type romance. So I highly recommend this one. And I also treated myself to Beautiful Creatures by Garcia and Margaret Stohl. The movie's coming out soon. The trailer is just epic. I mean, it totally just sucked me in, and when I saw that, I've watched the trailer like 100 times now, and I still cannot believe that I have not started or read this series yet. So this is, and that's it for this week. These are books that I got in the last 2 to 3 weeks. I have a ton more to share with you, but this video is absolutely long enough, obviously long enough. So look for another video next week. I promise I will have one up. And I hope you guys have a wonderful and happy Christmas. And, you know, be safe, enjoy your time with your family and friends. Love to all, and best of all, enjoying your books. It seems that there was an experimental division where they tried to train Greyhound. Why can't I talk?